So these right here are delicious vegan, no steak and cheese subs. And of course I made them using no oil and no refined wheat. Everybody loves a good sub, and I do too. That's why I made them. And today, I'm gonna show you how to make your own. All right, so let's talk about the ingredients we're gonna use to make this delicious vegan, no steak and cheese sub. We're gonna use some onions that I cut up earlier. We're gonna use some coconut aminos, some garlic granules. We're gonna use some thyme. We're gonna use some onion granules, some black pepper, some sage, and some miso paste, along with some chopped red, green, and yellow peppers, and some lion's mane mushrooms. So these are ingredients we're gonna use to create this delicious sub. Let's get to it. All right, so now the first thing we're gonna do is prepare our mushrooms for the marinade. Now, the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna put our mushrooms on this well-seasoned little grill that I have here, and we're gonna grill them until they're about halfway done. At that point, we're gonna stop and we're gonna get them in our marinade. I'm gonna show you that marinade in just a bit. We're gonna get them in our marinade, put them in our refrigerator for about, 10, 15 minutes or so, and then take them back out and continue the grilling process. But first, we're gonna grill them out halfway. We're gonna start that right now. Okay, so I'm going to begin by putting the lion's mane mushroom on my heated grill. Then I'm going to place a weighted press on top. Now you could use a cast iron pan to do this also. Then I'm adding a little water as necessary to prevent the mushrooms from scorching. And then I'll gradually press the lion's mane. Okay, so it looks like my mushrooms are cooked enough here. And all I was trying to do when I put it on initially is put it on and get it going. I didn't want to cook the mushroom completely. I just wanted to get it going and press it down to the thickness that I wanted it. Once you get it to the thickness that you want and it cooks a bit, I think this took me 5-7 minutes, then you want to pull it off. And the next thing we're going to do is get it into our marinade. Okay, so I'm going to mix my marinade in this large glass container because it has a fitted lid, which I find helpful for marinating. Now this combination of spices is what's going to give this lion's mane a great flavor. Okay, so now we have our marinade mixed. The next thing we want to do is get our lion mane mushroom into the mix here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lid on here. All right, so now I'm just going to take and I'm going to kind of mix this around and get the marinade all over it here. Now you could just take your mushroom and just flip it over either way, but I like to do this just to get it nice and marinated here. Okay, and this is what we have. Now we've got our mushroom marinating here. And again, I'm going to put this in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now that's minimum. You want to marinate it at a minimum for 15 to 20 minutes. But like anything you marinate, the longer you leave it in, the more it absorbs the flavors and the better it is. So if you want to do this one day and leave it overnight or leave it for 5 hours or 4 hours or 2 hours, the longer you leave it, the more it absorbs. But bare minimum, you want to leave it 15 to 20 minutes. That's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to get it in the fridge now and then we'll get it back on the grill. All right, so I've had my mushroom marinating. It went a little longer than I anticipated. I've had it in there for about an hour now, and it's nice and marinated. So now I'm gonna move it to my little grill here, get it grilled up, and then get it sliced and make these delicious vegan no steak and cheese subs. Okay, so now I'm getting the marinated mushroom on the grill and using the same pressing technique as I did earlier. Now I'm going to get it grilled nicely on both sides, and once it's cooked, I'm going to transfer it to a cutting board and slice it. Okay, so now I've got all of my mushrooms cut up, and what we're going to do now is put it all together. We're going to get our mushrooms back on the grill, along with our onions, along with our peppers, and get them all grilled up, and then we're going to put them on our sub. Okay, so I'm beginning with a little water, then I'm going to be adding my onions. Now I'm going to let the onions cook until they start to soften. Then I'm going to add my peppers. Now as I'm cooking, I use small amounts of water as necessary to prevent sticking. Then once the peppers have softened a little, I'm adding the mushrooms back to the grill along with the remaining marinade, and I'm going to get that cooking for just a couple more minutes. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below. All right, so I finished grilling everything here. I've got it all together and grilled. Now I'm ready to stuff my sub roll with this. And to make these sub rolls, if you wanted to make them, all I did was use my my millet loaf recipe. And my millet loaf recipe can be found in the descriptions below. And I just took it and I put it in a preformed stainless steel bun pan. And I made these, and I'm just cored out the middle, and now they're ready to stuff. All right, so here we go. We're getting all the flavorful grilled lion's mane steak with our onions and peppers into our rolls. Now I'm topping this with my jalapeno cheese sauce, but you could use my regular cheese sauce if you prefer. All right, we've got all three plated up and looking good here, and I'm gonna give this one a nice big bite. That's a good sub. All right, if you're new to my channel and you're wondering how to find the recipes, look below the video and tap on the word more and you'll see the beginning of the recipe. Tap on the word more a second time and you'll see the full recipe, and then you can begin to make your own. Thanks for watching.